I would love to contradict myself again. We have the English alphabet, as you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we see it it goes in a straight line, so it's kind of just from beginning to end. You can see it as a sword. And in fact, it has double edge, and it's an even double edge, which is we have the capital letters, the capitalized letters, and then the lowercase letters. If this sword was something that the human organism was to master in order to take hold and stay in and maintain their intellectual belongings, as well as stay connected to the creator of that, the creator of creation as they're co-creating, kind of a thing, really, then they are to hold on to both spectrums, the symbology especially of the capitalized letters. What has happened is that one spectrum was taken away and they gave us the lowercase only. That's reflective. That's the truth. We can see it in the way that we write things. If you knew what I knew about the capital letters, especially the vowels, you should never see a vowel in lowercase. Depends on what kind of documents we're looking at and why we even need those documents. But that's a symbology. We have the fact that we capitalize one letter at the top of one sentence, each sentence, and then it drops and then it's a lowercase. If you knew what I knew, that's absurd. It's so just wrong because it's math there in the capitalized letters and it's our symbology. And the way that it's being written down and documented, it doesn't make sense. So I know what I'm saying here. So as far as the laws of physics, babes, according to the laws of physics, happy 11/11, by the way. This is hard to talk about, of course, because I don't know anything about it. I know very little, but I'm here to say that the English alphabet is a symbol system. It's about symbols, especially those capitalized letters, and it's an interfacing system. It's made by the creator, benevolent beings who live in the outer atmospheres, in outer space. It's hard to tell what dimension, like how they know what they know or who they are. But I don't think it's a bad thing. There's a lot of stories being told on this plane that is told by the enemy. And let's talk about the wording they use, or yes, how about that lowercase base waste? The fact that, okay, so now this is the truth. They took that one spectrum away and left us with the lower cases only. Lowercase, babe, you're a lowercase. Doesn't have to be that way. No, you can capitalize anytime, anywhere, to maintain your intellectual belongings, to make sure that you are in vibrational frequency, like you are in alignment with the universe. You can get whatever you need and want here. Really, it's our rights, our needs, rights. The fact that they took that away, so, but, oh, Shauna, boy, that's one way I made it up, but you can see it throughout the entire global population. It's stricken, it's got a plague of just a one-sided situation. That is what? Well, you know, I say it's the mind. Other people are saying it's narcissism. But I'm sticking to the possibility of that darkness, that is the mind. I mean, it's not the possibility. It's what's been, before narcissists came to town. Who's that? Just let's talk about what's really going on. We have awareness. Then there's the mind, which can't have awareness. See, a lot of people don't understand that, but this is the truth. The way that you get into awareness, to be able to see, you step way back and you look at the nature of the mind. It's kind of like you're in a relationship with somebody, but then you step way back out out, and you do that with them, and then start talking about your relationship. First of all, you have to be in relationship with yourself, because really you're going to talk about each other's past and how we reacted to whatever and what happened to us, but we're not that, but we're just standing away from it and looking with that conversation. It's important to have conversations. If people aren't talking of such things and it's all just about the obvious, like, what are we going to eat today? Did you make enough money? And blah, 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 blah. Birthday coming and stuff like that, then you guys have not come alive into your intimate lives yet. Most people are that way. And I am not interested in most people. I'm being protected here. Um, I met somebody yesterday just on a chance whim, and now's the time to shift onto your timeline. It's not necessarily a physical thing. You won't really. I mean, if you are definitely a shaman or well on your way in the higher realms of knowledge, then it's a shift with your entire like who you think you are. Like because that one-sided frequency is trained to keep us on a low about everything, especially about ourselves and what we're doing. There's just this insecurity because we don't see that we belong to the higher spectrum. And there is a governor that we have inside of us, really, but it has been shredded to pieces and turned into like a black hole, like a negative, like, because you don't know, you must feel inferior, and and that's a vibrational frequency that doesn't get us open us up to, especially, babes, going to contradict myself, human relationships. Really, the quality of our human relationships is the Taurus would say, and this is the Taurus call, that is the most valuable thing. That's what makes or breaks our wealth. Are we looking each other in the eye and holding each other up with our love? And of course, the things that we produce, the things that we provide, do we hold that up and celebrate that with our monies? Wherever that's coming from in this fucking prison, do we take care of ourselves, or do we just play the enemy's game, which doesn't have an understanding only that it's fear, and the enemy is the mind. And so that's what's, if you say, well, what is missing from perception that has escaped us that now takes us over? It's the mind kind of thing. It's the power of that, and of course, yes. If we point directly at the brain, there's the pineal gland and all that, and that needs adjusting. It's important to understand what is going on when that thing starts opening, or whatever goes on with a transformation of the human into not a mind, but a being that is the heart. Well, many people go nuts, or they don't know that if you start, you're a controversy on this plane full of people that are stuck in the mind, and they don't want you to leave. From where? The fantasy, or whatever that is that they hold in their mind, and just trying to, really, the bottom line is just such a base, ignorant thing, the lowercase base level, that is just blind and wants to stay comfortable. And it's like, no, you can't grow and you can't be alive if you're just staying comfortable. We don't know how else do we say it. I say you can't stay as a crystallized thing. We may be crystallizing something, or we may be involved with that, but we are still animated. I'm here, even though, I was just gonna say, even though changes are happening, I don't, no fixed sign. I'm a moon in Aquarius, and no fixed sign handles it very well right away. It's embarrassing. We are so temperamental, especially the Taurus. The Taurus wants to be comfortable, thinks they found, and they did. But there's a way to kind of just like this. It's the reset thing. You have to keep keep your slate clean and make sure that you're living. It can change so much. So much can change based in the meditative lifestyle, as far as all the entanglement that is happening with the mind and the way that we experience life itself, the game that's going on, it's a mind game, right? Yes. So anyway, have a good, I'm going to stop this on 11:11. And having said that, hey, from one moment to the next, we are different, especially in accordance to your perception. If you can lose your mind an instant and then all of a sudden see reality as is, well, first of all, if it really does happen to you, you'll never go back. I mean, you'll catch a whiff of something that will never leave you, but then you'll go back. You see, it's like you hit a peak, but then you have to fall down again, and you're like, well, what the hell was that? And that's the truth. But after a while, you'll be able to see, like, plain and simple. It's like really simple. It's simple. It's easy. In fact, the reason why you're able to see it and it's simple is because it's simple and it's easy. That's the thing, is that there's a whole civilization out there that thinks they have to run around and everything's hard and you got to keep going and kill yourself over it. And it's like, no, capitalize.